Agua.
Welcome to another episode of Cathy Fernandez Spiritual Health. The power to change your life is within you. You just have to believe it. Join me. Our journey begins now.
Has it ever happened to you that you are well with your partner, but all of a sudden things start happening that you guys start arguing all the time without any reasons, or sometimes at work? One problem appears and then the other one, and it's like things negative start happening in your life. Almost like if you feel that you becoming on a time of bad luck. Is it that possible? Well, sometimes things happen in life that you cannot prevent, right? But there's other things that you can better off. There's a lot of things you can put your energy to actually release what I call energy dust. And the energy dust, what it is like your house. It accumulates in us like that energy that you need to clean. And one of my favorite things to do to clean the energy and harmonize your space is to use Floral bath. Hi, I'm Cathy, and welcome to this episode of Spiritual Health. My grandmother, she used to make this floral bath for people, knowing that she sees clients because she was a very well-known psychic back in my country. And one time, this woman came to her to see her because she was going through all kinds of trouble, all kinds of problems. It was so weird because this woman came, and I remember her clearly. She was crying, and she had that face of desperation in her. And my grandmother saw her, and she said, "Okay, come inside, and let's talk about it. What's going on?" She was trying to leave the country. She was trying to move to the U.S. And she applied for visa. Nothing happened. She applied many times. Nothing happened. And somebody told her that she could go on a boat and arrive illegally to the States. But that would cost like a lot of money. She sold her house and she did this. She went inside this boat and she almost drowned. It was horrible. The experience was horrible. She didn't even get to go to the States, and she had to come back. And not only that she didn't get to go to the States, and this is really like real, it was bad. She was desperate. She had no money on top of that. Okay? I mean, in desperation, you do a lot of things, like risk your life, and also the fact that she was trying to go to a country illegally, that was not nice. And, that was, in desperation, people do whatever. So, and when my grandmother saw her, she goes, "Well, what it is, and nothing is going to come through for you, is that your energy is stagnant. Your energy is not moving. And that's why you are going through all these bad luck situations." They were not bad luck. It was just the simple things that her energy was not moving. And she could not connect to anything of abundance or anything of anything that she wanted it to achieve. It was not possible because her energy was not moving. So she started doing this floral bath, and immediately she felt the shift in her energy. She felt more motivated, more happy, more beautiful. And like around 3 weeks later, she met somebody from another country, from the States. And she met this person, and she got, when you fall in love and you're like, oh my God, I want to be with this person. So she again applied for the visa. And to her surprise, she got her visa granted. So she was so like amazed about this. And she moved to the States. And she ended up not only moving to the States, but marrying this guy. And eventually she got a job and so and so. They actually achieved the American dreams. They bought their house and so on. Well, this woman, she was so happy with how her life turned in by these simple steps, and they're not that simple. Obviously, they require an effort of willingness and faith and so on in order for them to work. The intention is really important when we use this bath. And she was so happy with that and grateful with my grandmother that until, my grandmother died, she would send her many gifts of feeling grateful for what she did for her. And my grandmother always says, it's not me, it's the energy. When you release what is not moving, everything flows. And that's what happened to this lady. She had the faith. She had the faith in my grandmother, but the faith in the bath and in knowing that she could change that. She could change whatever was stopping her to become her better version. Okay? So, and that better version, when you use this flower bath, you're using an extra energy. That's what I love about the flower bath, because this extra energy is what is going to help you move or achieve your intention, manifest that intention that you want to manifest. And that's one of my favorite tools to use in magic. Every time I feel that things are not moving in my life, and every time I wanted to attract something, I love to work with flower bath. And my grandmother, she taught me to use the magic of the plants. And I'm really grateful for that. Because when you learn that these beings, they can not only help you, but they work with you. It's like their energy becomes one with yours. So their property, their ability to move energy in certain way, it's amazing. And that's what they do. They become allies. It's like having a friend that is going to help you to do something. And I really love, the power of working with plants. I remember one time I wanted to buy a house. And I was obsessed with this property, actually the complex. They have different properties inside. It's a complex of townhouse in a particular city. And I was like, I wanted to move there. Nothing was moving, nothing. I couldn't get approved for nothing. And I have all the paperwork, correct, everything, the bank. I have the money, everything was. But for some reason, I was not getting approved to get any of the property. Or somebody would buy it, the property I chose right away, or they would deny my offers without any reasons. So I continue this movement of just, applying for this one. Every time one opened up, I would try to get it and nothing happened. After 3 months of this, I was like tired. I say, no. Something needs to happen. Something needs to move, because either this is not the place I need to get, but I need also the right place to appear. So I proceed to prepare myself a flower bath. And this one I charge it with the energy of the sun. Okay, because I wanted it a lot of movement, a lot of, like to be flowering, to be when something to move, to be fertile. Okay, so I did this bath, and I remember that was like a Friday night, and I already have put an offer on a property, and but not on the same complex. This was already another house because you know and so I have the offer, but the person, the owner of the property, he couldn't give me an answer until Sunday. It was Shabbat, and he was Jewish, so there was no way for me to get an answer before Sunday. Meantime, my realtor make an appointment. He made an appointment to see another property on a Saturday. And when I woke up that Saturday, that next morning, after doing my flower bath, I opened my computer and I said, well, let me check what's going on here. And this property appears. I have no idea what it was. I have no idea. I just saw the pictures. But I call something about the house, call me. And I call my realtor and I say, do you know where this property is? You know this street? I have no idea. And he goes, me either, but I make an appointment. It was not far at all, but I just didn't know the neighborhood. So we went to see the house that we had an appointment. And obviously, it was not the house. But when we went to that next appointment, the house that I saw earlier in my computer, we stood outside, me and my daughter, and we looked inside, like towards the house, and we're like, oh my God, it feels really good here. You got that feeling and sensation like you feel at home. That's what I felt. And we went inside, and obviously when they opened the door, she looked at me and she goes, well, Mom, this house looked like us. And I say, yes, it does. And everything went flawless. We put the offer, they accepted it right away, and we ended up moving in this property. It was really amazing. The thing is, but because why do I like to use or to work with flower bath? Because they make your energy light. They make your energy more beautiful. And things that they are not for you is going to show up clearly, as well as the things that are for you are going to appear sooner or faster. Okay? So when we use this tool, which is the flowering bath, to me it's incredible because you kind of like giving it the boost that your energy needs. It's literally magical. The plants are magical. The plants give you their energy, their life, their essence. And it's like having this great friend that is telling you, let's go do it. You can do it. We can do it. And that's what they do for your energy. As you know, plants are your allies. And when we work in energy, when we work with magic, they have these qualities that can help you achieve different things. And you can use it in baths. That's my favorite things to do. Some of them, obviously, they have medicinal properties. But the mystical properties of these plants, when we use it in bath, is magnificent. So there's different type of bath. You will say, well, how do I make it? How do I do it? Why do I just put the flowers in the bath or no? The first thing is to connect to the plant. It doesn't matter if it's a dry earth, okay? You're going to take the energy of the plant and you're going to almost like consecrate it. You're going to hold this plant in your hands, or if you have a bowl where the flowers are, you're going to hold it and you're going to connect to it. And if you're going to cut them fresh, first of all, you have to ask for permission for the plant in order to take their flowers or their leaves. So you ask them for permission, and then you take some. You don't take everything. You leave the rest. You take what you need only. And other thing you can do is to leave a gift for it. It could be a rock. It could be another flower. Anything you can leave a gift of thanks to that plant when you do this process. Another thing you can do is, like I say, the first thing is to connect to that, to say, well, my intention is blah, blah, blah. My intention in my case was to clear anything that it was preventing me to find the perfect house for me, and also to attract that perfect house. So, and then after that, there's different ways. First of all, what they can do for you, they can clean your energy, they can harmonize you, they can magnetize for you. Okay, so it's going to depend on the quality of the earth. So, for instance, if you're using roses, which is very common, right? Roses for love, it is for love. It's a very powerful. It's one of the most powerful plants on the planet. Their vibration is so high, okay? And it's really connect the heart. So when we're using roses, it can be any colors. You connect to that plant and literally become love with her. Another plant that I like to work with is chamomile. Chamomile is qualities of abundance, and bringing like shine to your life is amazing. It's in the medicinal power of it helps you calm yourself and soothe your stomach. But in the magical way, she shines. She gives you all the energy of the summer, the sun, the abundance. I mean, it's amazing to work anything that you wanted to achieve, money, attract money. When you want to connect to or bring yourself to a shine, so somebody can see you. You know, you do a flower bath of chamomile, and that will put you to shine. It's incredible. Another plant that I really like is lavender. And lavender, we use lavender for everything because lavender is like a super flower. It's a super plant. This plant is good for everything. It's good for cleansing. It's good for calming. It's good for attracting. And it's also good for connecting or activating your intuition, to meditate. I mean, you name it. And this plant is amazing to work with. So, things to do with it. How do we prepare a flower bath? We can mix flowers. It's actually amazing to mix different flowers because that way you can get different properties and of different plants to use those qualities. So one of the things you can use is to use it as a tea. You can just boil a pot of water and throw the plants in there and let them boil. And then, you sift it and then you use that water and you just put it over you. You can still use the flowers if you want, but if you don't want to dirty your bathtub, you sift it. You remove the plants and then use the liquid. Those when you're doing the infusions in hot. When you're doing the infusions in cold, you can take the flowers and put the water and put it outside. You can use the moon cycles to charge your bath, or you can use the sun energy to charge your bath. And what you do is the same process. You leave it for all the night, or if you're doing during the sun, you put it in the morning and you retrieve it when the sun goes down. What happened if you want to you do it in the bathtub? Well, you can put this tea on it in the bathtub, and then you put yourself in, and at least 20 minutes you just stay in the water. Another way you can use the flower bath is to put everything in a bag, in a muslin bag. And that way you don't have to clean your tub. You just throw it in there and enjoy. Like I say, they can be charged. You can use crystals to charge it too. Put the crystals the night before inside your water inside your flowers. And then the next day you do the process that you're going to use to do your flower bath. And like I say, the sun and the moon, it's amazing to use their energy. That way that give us the extra plus when we're doing our flower bath. Well, plants are great allies to work the energy. They help you connect to the mystical space, and also they help you to give more power to your intuition. So work with them. Treat them as your friend, as your family. They are part of who you are. And when you use the flower and the flower bath, to me, you just bring beauty into your life. And I hope you have enjoyed this episode. Until next time, and remember, awaken your magic.
Agua.